Real Last Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. Don't be shocked. I know you don't hear James John voice. James is actually doing comedy in the villages right now, which means he's gonna probably come back with all type of sicknesses. So, but I am joined in the virtual studio with my comedy brothers. Starting off with my bro from another mud, Mr. Miguel Colon Jr. What's up, my friend?
What's up, man? James gonna come back with worms, man.
The worm, bro.
The worm for y'all who don't know the reference. Ken Miller taught me this. I'd never heard this before. I assumed I had a cookout pass, but I didn't realize that I only had the gold member. I didn't have the platinum member. Ken taught me in the black community there is a myth that if a young woman has sex with an old man, the old man will give her worms.
Yeah.
And so James Yon is in the capital of old people sex, the villages. So he gonna come back with them worms from Dune. You know, he's gonna be riding on top of it.
Yeah. Hey, what's so crazy about that story is I was telling him the story at All for the Money, and another black guy got up and was like, "Yeah, it's true." Sure. It's not like I made it up. Another black guy confirmed that you get them worms, man. So James, be careful out there, brother. Also joined the virtual studio from the law office of Kaufman and Lynn and the Under Oath podcast, Mr. Jeff Batman Kaufman. Jeffrey, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Loving this, coming in, ending the month, feeling good. I didn't have Miguel's month, but I'm okay.
Yeah. Did you perform this weekend?
We had a funeral. We had Russ's sister's.
Oh yeah.
That tends to they were. I always love when people crack jokes at funerals.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey,
that's the best audience ever.
No, the black funeral is an open mic, bro. Yeah. They call it a home. It's a home going. It's like, don't be sad. Don't be they in heaven now. They in a new, like, it's a home. Yeah. So yeah, man, people there having fun and getting their laugh on because you've cried enough. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, I roasted
running the light.
Hey, bro, come on. I roasted.
Sandman comes out. You roasted your dad.
I roasted Chick McAdoo.
I killed my father. My stepmother was mad. But see, my dad had 3 funerals. It's weird when you big, they bury you they bury you in one place, then they have a thing for you in another place, and they have a thing for you in another place. And the third time I got to speak, I was like, all right, I'm done. And I thought it was silly, but they go, no, it's important. And I got up there, and
that was that late show.
It was a late show, man. I roasted my pop, and I'll tell you what, I guarantee he laughed his ass off. But I want you to know something: the rabbi, she didn't find it funny. But
that's funny.
That's her.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be the same way. I gotta be here. I gotta get buried here, and they gotta send an arm or something to North Carolina. I don't think my family's gonna be like, hey dog, you got a torso or something. You gotta send something up here, some toenail clippings,
couple fingernails,
couple fingernails. You gotta send something up. We gotta put something up here, man. Because
we better bring Mama back. That's all we give a damn about.
Ruthie May getting buried with you, man.
Where the hell does Ruthie May go?
Oh, she going with me, bro. I ain't leaving my mom with nobody, man. Go on.
Oh, you think your relatives gonna allow you to do that? Oh,
dude, I was shocked that I was the one who got the ashes. None of my.
Did you sneak them out or what?
No, they got mailed to me.
Well, that's because you're the only one who paid the check.
Yeah, that too. Oh.
Ding dong. Hey, you Ruthie May's boy? Yeah, open your hands.
Yo, I come outside when they put a beach in my front yard. My mom was big, but that was funny because my mom was big, bro. Like, and we had to pay extra for her casket because she was a big woman. And then so like when she got cremated, it was like weeks. I was like, what was y'all doing? Was y'all slow cooking my mom? Like, what took so long, bro?
Wait, hold on. I thought if you get cremated, you don't get the box.
No, because when they do the viewing, we did a viewing of her body.
And so what happened to the box?
Man, they put it back in the funeral home.
Man.
You had it on layaway?
Yeah, man, it was a quick flip, man. Hey, this box right here, best investment.
That's a fix and flip.
I got it 4 times, man. Hey,
we gotta clean the soul glow up, and after that, it's good.
Hey, Jeff, they had to Febreze it for the next body. Why I smell like Febreze in here, bro? But yeah,
is that like a rent-a-coffin? I mean, you just said you had to pay extra.
Yeah, you had to rent and pay extra.
How much they jack you for renting a box for like
I don't even remember, man. The whole funeral, I think,
that's like a scam, man.
The whole thing is scam. Yeah, I think the whole thing is
A
scam.
rentable 1,000?
Yeah, I can't remember how much it was, but yeah, we had to rent the
Man,
car.
could you imagine the guy who came up with this idea? Hey, I got a better idea. Instead of burying him, we're just gonna like let him borrow it, and we can flip this casket
Hey,
like
make
300-400
your
times.
money, baby. Make your money.
Hey, I know how it happened, man. Dude was like, "Oh no, Kevin, we got 3 funerals today, and we only got 1 casket." Hold on, pops. I got an idea. You know, and then boom. I like that it took weeks. I like that it took weeks to cremate Ruthie Mae. Like they had a pit master. He's like, "Oh, I got it at 200 degrees with some cherry wood chips, and I spray some Dr. Pepper on her every hour."
Why they put they done put mayonnaise on my mama like a binder, bro?
Hey, watch this. Watch it fall off the bone here. Just slide that right out.
Hey, one of my favorite memes, Jeff, is the dude was like, funerals cost $12,000. Bury me loose.
Yeah, yo.
Just
I got
throw me in the
Lucy.
ground.
I got another business you can get off this. It's called the Coffin Facts. That's for racists who want to make sure they're buried in white only coffins.
Hey, dude. Oh, hey, man.
You know that would make some money.
That's what you want, baby. Genesis got buried in the tracksuit, bro. If
Yeah.
that's what you're looking for, God,
What do you want? What do you want to be buried? If you have a choice,
Hey,
what do you want to be buried in?
let me tell you something, man. I am married to LaShawn Sutton Miller.
Oh, you getting a suit?
She picking the suit out. You know, you can bury
Yeah.
me in a Tar Heel outfit.
She gonna have her. She gonna have her
Vince
sisters
Carter
there. They're gonna have a little party. What's that party the girls
Hey,
get together and do?
Nah, yeah. Nay, Jeff, now, son, you can be. Oh, I'm married. My wife already like the best suit you can find, bro. Nah, what you getting buried in?
I ain't. I want to be. Yeah, I want to be cremated. I didn't know you had like a funeral and then you got cremated. I thought you
Not
just got
everybody,
cremated.
not everybody. My wife's friend who just passed, they had her urn there with the ashes in it. That's just the way my family did it. They wanted to do a viewing for the body for my family.
Ooh, I don't like. Have you? I'm not big on the viewing, man. I don't like it. You know, my grandmother got a viewing, man. They shellacked her. I mean, she looked like, yeah. They gave her a facelift. I mean,
Yeah,
I
dude,
was like, that ain't my grandmother.
I maybe it's another thing, black community thing. They love the viewing. Like who got that? Like the
I love black
big-
people take pictures at the viewing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then,
Yo,
and then
who
they
got
put
the
the pictures
selfie?
in their house.
Yes. I had to tell my
That's a
brother,
Delphi.
bro.
Debbie.
What are you drinking tonight? Bro, I had to literally tell my brothers, Miguel, like, yo, even the funeral home says no pictures. My brothers, they like that. And they old, so
And
they
put
got
the
these
filter on
old
it too.
cameras.
They put the filter where our eyes were open.
I'm
That'd
like,
be a
what are you doing? What are y'all doing, bro? You can't take pictures, bro. And then they was putting them in their stories. I'm like, bro, don't nobody
Where
want
you
to see
posting
that.
pictures of dead mama's house?
Bro,
That ain't
I'm
right.
telling you, man, the old people don't care. Miguel, what you getting buried in?
I don't know, man, but just hit me up with one of them gas station honeys, you know, so that we can't necessarily close the whole casket.
Yo,
You know, I just want him to be like, look at him, he's ready.
even in death.
Even
You
in
better be
death.
buried in those
Yeah.
Olympic Jordans I got you. I don't want you passing
Hey,
those out.
Jeff, first time rocking the Olympic Jordans this weekend. Jeff Kaufman hooked me up with a pair of Olympic Jordans, hard, the golden blacks. First time wearing them, Jeff. I wore my Teen Wolf outfit. I'm trying to get a picture right now. If you guys can zoom in on the bottom there, I wore my Teen Wolf outfit. Look at them.
Nice.
Fresh.
Yeah.
100 compliments, Jeff, on the
There you
J's.
go, man.
Everybody was like, yo, what? And then I took them off during the actual house party.
Because I'm about to say, how many 100 compliments, how
Ooh.
many step-ons?
Ooh, yeah. I took them off and just put on a pair of just white Adidas I had. But for like pictures and stuff, 100 compliments, Jeff.
Oof.
Jeff gave them to me at All for the Money one time. It was funny because after the show, we went to what's that lounge that we went to, Ken Miller?
Shikar Bar.
No. Before that, we went to the lounge where they spin vinyl.
Buddy's Bar, man, from Third Base.
Proper. Proper. So we went to Proper, this cool ass bar. And I'm in there with a Winn-Dixie bag with a pair of Jordans in it.
Stop.
Yeah. And I'm running around this bar. Everybody's dressed all nice and stuff. And I'm running around with a Winn-Dixie bag with Jordans in it. And the dude at the front goes, hey man, what's in the bag? And I wasn't thinking like how stupid I was. I was like, oh, it's a pair of Jordans. And he was like, all right.
Yo, he wasn't he didn't trip.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, and Miguel just standing there, bag of shoes.
Yeah.
Hey, but that
I
ain't
should
the
have had
thing, bro.
mixtapes I was selling at the barbershop.
My thing is this, Miguel. He couldn't get you the box. He gave you some shoes in the Winn-Dixie bag. What are you doing?
Because
Where
you
the
know,
box
man,
at?
Jeff, because you know, Jeff probably.
Oh, I made a mistake.
Like, oh, these
I made a mistake. I don't care about the box. I don't care about the box. I don't. If I got to resell them, no way. I don't want those. I don't want anybody going.
And Ken, you know the box is useful. Ain't nobody get rid of the Nike box.
Hey,
that's
man.
for letters and that's for birth
Dog.
certificates and stuff.
I'd have to rent I'd have to rent another apartment to fill the boxes up.
Bro.
No, I learned that one.
Hey, Jeff, I got boxes packed up over here of shoes I don't even own no more. I don't
Ruby
even know
May's in a British night box.
I don't even know why they're here. I just looked up. I'm like, why are these here? I don't even own any of these shoes anymore.
But people do that because they think about the resale value, and I get that if you're a big collector and everything else like that. But here's the thing, man. I remember my brother. I was at Comic-Con, and I haven't talked to my brother in years, and he saw a picture of me on Facebook, and I was wearing my UNC Jordans, and I got a call from him. Why are you wearing those shoes? I said. He goes, you can't wear those shoes. I said, why wouldn't you wear them? He goes, because they're too nice. I said, stop it. I said, what's the point of having them? You're not going to display them. You want to wear them. That's the whole
Jeff,
point.
A lot of people obsess on resale on things that you should just enjoy. One of the things I always hear, a lot of people would always tell me, don't get a pool in your house because you don't get the value back when you resell it. I'm like, yeah, but if you want to swim, if you want to enjoy swimming, put a pool in your house. People tell me all the time on resale. They'll be like, oh man, don't open that. Don't open that.
Why is that about the pool? I've never heard that before.
Because they don't think it's valid. Average pool runs about $20,000-$30,000, and they think that a house only appraises $10,000 higher because of it. That's how come. But the problem is, if you need to get the saltwater ones too, because then you don't have to screw with chlorine and everything.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying this much though. I've never had anybody who put a decent regular pool. I've had people put exaggerated, exuberant pools that were too much, but I've never had anybody put a decent regular pool in their house that used their pool that wasn't like you, because they'll tell you other things. They're like, man, I should have never done this. I should have never done this. They'll say it while they're in their pool drinking a beer, but they'll never be like, I shouldn't have put a pool. They're like, yeah, they could have lost 2 babies in this pool, and they're like, man, I feel real bad. I should have put the pool gate, but the pool
should have put the net down.
Yeah. I save money on the net, and I feel bad about that. My wife still be crying, but Margarita Mondays in this joint,
Hey, they be all right. I named 2 boats after them. They're good.
Yeah. So did you put a gate on? Man, I just put my kids to sleep with floaties on. They go wandering.
See, Miguel. I don't know. I wouldn't say. I don't want to say you don't have the kids thing. I've fallen asleep in charge of my kids. I admit it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I fell, and when you wake up and the kid's gone, and you're like, "Uh-oh," and you know you're going to jail. You're like, DCS going to be over in a second.
That's why sometimes I, not being a parent, get mad when non-parents like me start voicing opinions on certain parenting things. Like, oh, I can't believe. I'm like, man, I have never spent weeks straight trying to put a baby to sleep. So you know what I'm saying? I've never dealt with that pressure. And then they're like, oh, I can't believe this dude. There's so many small little things that my heart goes out to people who are like, I fell asleep and something happened to my baby. My heart goes out because I know how tiring it is just being on the road doing comedy. I can't imagine having to care for some creature that needs me for everything. Shout out to Eric Clapton. It happens, dog.
Ken, have you ever lost a kid out?
Yeah, but we gotta go to commercial break. We come back. I'll tell you what with my story, man. And I almost killed Junior, bro. We'll be right back. Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. Your nightcap of comedy. I am Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. Guys, do us a favor. Go out there and follow us on all the social media platforms. We appreciate that. You can also, if you want to listen to us in podcast format, go to iHeart, search Real Laughs, 8 years of shows. And if you want to see these beautiful ass faces, you can go out to YouTube and go subscribe, man. We appreciate that. And also comment too. We love the comments, man. We were talking about Jeff and I and Miguel. Shout out Jeff and Miguel and Chick Kicking right now. James is out in the villages catching the worm. About being a parent and doing something like losing your kid or something happened to your kid. I never forget, man. I was in the military and DC. Before you get to travel with the president, you do shift working in the skiff. And of course, when you knew, what shift you think you getting?
Night
The
shift.
night shift.
Yo.
So I worked the whole night shift, and I come home, and at the time his mom worked, and she went to work. So I had me and Junior, and we're on the couch, we're playing, and I thought he was taking a nap. No, I was taking a nap, and I just happened to open my eyes, and he had took the back of the remote off and had a battery in his mouth.
Delicious battery.
And I was
tried this.
and the crazy thing about Junior, Kenny was not a crier. He didn't cry. Like, we thought something was wrong with him. He didn't cry. So I smacked it out of his hand and said, "Don't you ever do that." He was just like, and that was it.
Hey, Pops, real deal. You're gonna go to sleep sometime. And when you do, I'll need a goddamn battery.
Yo,
Stay woke, player.
That's so weird, bro. The kids are just weird. They just do.
I thought it was like a fruit. Let me eat what's inside this thing.
What he thought it was a fruit? Right? What was a fruit roll up? What did he think it was?
It's like, really hard.
That's so weird.
Smells
bro.
of metal, but I don't know. It's not candy yet. I'm
That's
3, so I haven't found out what all
Let me
candies
find
are.
out, yo, sticking that fingers in sockets. They're just weirdo. You gotta lock the toilet. Like you just literally saw me poop in there, and you want to come in there and play in the water. Like, what is
Sounds
wrong
like
with
water,
children?
Pops. I don't know what. Kenny's looking at you like, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I don't know why you pooping in my play water. But that's gonna stop right now.
That's my fountain. Are you kidding?
That's gonna
My
stop
jacuzzi.
right now.
Yeah,
hold
man.
up, Dad. I'm gonna eat some of these batteries. I'm gonna get back here because you wilding out. What's this socket do? And it's funny too, because I think I've noticed too, kids figure out ways to harm themselves that are even harder than if they just walk. Like if he just walked past the socket, there'd be no problem. But he's like, let me get down here. Let me see what's going on. Now I see 2 holes, so I got to put things in these holes, and I'm just guessing metal. That's what I'm guessing, you know?
Yeah, because they see a lamp plugged in. Like, how does wait? So this line makes this come on. So if I put my finger in this, I'll light up too.
Yeah, I need to light up. Pops.
Yo.
Hey, Bob, I figured it out. Look at this. We don't got to put these lights on anymore because I light up.
Hey, I got you, babe.
And if you unplug me, I ate a couple batteries, so I
So
should
I'm
be able
still
to light
light.
up for a while. Yeah. I'm going to go wash my face in this poop bowl.
Hey, true story. So the one with Jazia is, the big McDonald's out on I-Drive before they
The
remodeled.
world's largest McDonald's.
Yeah, remember they had all the things up top the kids can play in. So I got Jazia, I got Junior, I got my godson Christian. I said, y'all go up and play. I'm gonna be on my phone because it's kid time. They come down, can't find my daughter. I'm talking about for 15 minutes. I said, y'all get y'all ass up there and find your sister. Man, they finally found Jazia. When I tell you, Jazia can't even drive past that McDonald's without being. She hates that place, bro. She hates that place. I couldn't even whoop her. I had to whoop them because I was mad at them for leaving my favorite child up in the little maze.
He smacked Junior in the back of the head. A battery come out his mouth. Like, I almost got you.
Oh my goodness, Jeff! You said you lost your kid one time.
Man. Here's the thing. Jakey's autistic, so you got to have a good eye on him. And I've gone to Disney, God, thousands of times with him. Just when I say thousands, I wish I could was joking.
That's like a weekly thing too. Sometimes.
Oh man, it was like every day, and I knew every ride, and I knew how to get. And he wanted to go on all of them all the time. So I had a method of getting us on like 18 rides in 4 hours, which is impossible. But I was killed one night. I was on fire. I mean, when I say on fire, I hit every ride perfect. I thought I was, Einstein ain't got nothing on me. I was going, I got every major ride. I hit everyone. And the last one was Splash Mountain, the racist ride. So we kill this ride, and I'm feeling really good. And I want to call his mother, and I want to tell her how great I am. And they got these pictures on the wall, and when you're an annual pass holder, you can just stick this like little thing next to it, and it saves the picture. Well, I had him by like the pinky, and I leaned over to like get that picture, and I lost him for like a second, and I leaned back over, and he was gone. And it is 10 o'clock at night. It is dark. I'm in the middle of this place. I'm going, there's 4,000 bodies of water that I'm sure the gators have gotten them already.
Yeah.
And I'm losing my mind. And I mean, I ran down there at the woman. I said, I lost my kid. She goes, are you sure he's lost? I'm like, hey, listen, you need an alpha unit. You need this. And she knew I knew Disney lingo. So she was like, all
That's
right,
they
I
call
got
an
it.
alpha unit.
Yeah, I think it was called an alpha unit.
And boys
And
just sitting there, hey, the boys just sitting in the air wing. When
Yeah.
we on? Yo, come running out, hop
I
on
forgot.
the chopper.
Yeah. And I go down there. They will go down to Pecos. It was, I forgot what the name of it, Pecos something. And I'm standing there, and about 20 minutes later, they come walking up with him. I mean, they had him by the hand. I mean, Disney is brilliant when it comes to being able to find a lost kid. I mean, they have this stuff on lockdown. And he had horror in his eyes. And for 15 minutes, there was no worse parent on the planet as far as I was concerned. I was going, I'm the devil. I'm a poor father. The Gators got him. Every bad memory I got.
Yeah.
It was, but I mean, that happens as a parent. And I see all these kids are going, oh, this kid got caught walking down the street in a diaper. That happens.
Yeah,
That's what we
man.
call, hey, guess what? You know, I was up
I wanna-
14 hours and then had to cut his mother a break for the other 6, you know, and I
wanna
fell
hear
asleep.
Alpha Unit stories too, man. Like
Yeah.
they bringing Jakey back, and you're looking at the team, and there's 3 of them, and then laying in the corner, there's just a Disney flag draped over a dude, and be like, "We took casualties." You know? And then his family will never know because Alpha Unit's so classified. Be like, just 2 Disney characters will come to the door with a folded up Mickey flag. Be like, on the hubs of a grateful theme park. What happened to
that's
him?
what
He died in a
the guy's wearing
training
goofy
figure
shoes.
accident. Yeah. She'll never know
Yeah.
the truth. Just when you go into the Magic Castle in the Magic Kingdom, there's just a 36 black Mickeys on the wall that represent the 36 Alpha Unit members that we've lost.
CIA.
Hey. So I had to Google it, B. Jeff, it's so crazy about. They say an average of 11 kids get lost in Disney a day. Guess how
Yeah.
long it takes for them to find that kid?
8 minutes.
Hey, what you think, Miguel?
Okay, give me the numbers one more time. 11 kids.
11 kids get lost a day at
Jeff
Disney.
says Alpha Unit can find them in 8 minutes. I'll say half an hour.
Yep, it takes the kids an average 30
Half an
minutes.
hour?
It's an average 30 minutes for them to find the kid. Average 30 minutes.
When I worked at Disney, I was a greeter and I did character work. Well, when I was a greeter, some kid mother lost his kid. I'm telling you what, by the time I notified, they had somebody on him. I guess 30 minutes could be acceptable if somebody falls asleep in a ride and they can't find him.
Maybe from capture to return. You know, like we got him on the bird. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
they're
crazy.
so they're
Like,
and kidnap kids too.
Go ahead.
If they kidnap a kid, here's this thing too. I'm going to give you a little thing. If a kid gets kidnapped in Disney, the parent sits there and they stick them in front of a bunch of monitors and they say, "Look at the shoes," because kidnappers will change the hair and clothes and put a wig on them, but they don't bring shoes. So look at the shoes.
Dude,
And
Alpha Unit's out there. I think about it like here. I found an actual picture of the Disney Alpha Unit over here. You can see that. That's Disney Alpha Unit right
Yeah.
here. All of them. If you capture an Alpha Unit, dude, man, they ain't gonna talk. There's 2.
hold on, I
Disney
gotta
Alpha
remember.
Unit
I gotta look.
guys.
I gotta look up what that is. I'm trying to remember. I worked at Disney. I stopped working at Disney 6 months after the Tigger trial. Well, I didn't stop working. They let me know my services were no longer required. That was the best firing ever. They don't even tell you. They're going, yeah, we're not redoing your ID.
As you walk out too, all the cast members are lined up, and they're just like, as Jeff's walking through,
Yeah.
slow clapped.
Man, I want you to know something. That was tough too, because I loved working at Disney. But
Yeah,
that
man.
week after the trial, really, I went 8 years with nobody knowing I was an attorney. I was just doing
Yeah.
character work. Nobody had a clue. And then that trial happened, and then it became the most notorious thing in the world. They're going, wait a minute, isn't the attorney? That's Jeff. That's the guy who works parades with me.
They dispatched the Bravo Unit.
Ooh,
They're like,
man,
"So
they
dispatch
were
Bravo
mad.
unit."
They were livid at me too, man. I walked in this parade base. There was like 250 of them.
I just realized what he said. The Bravo team, not Alpha.
Yeah.
The Bravo team is
Bravo-
the kill team.
Yeah, Bravo
Yeah.
team, they walk around the brig and they're like, "So, Sergeant, you're looking at the noose. Unless you want to do a mission I got for you." And I'll be honest, don't look like anybody's coming back. But everybody walks out of it a free man, 50,000 cash.
Yeah.
He's sitting there pumping weights. He's like, "What do I got to do?" You got to kill Kaufman. The
Oof.
lawyer, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
they were mad, man. I've never. They have this play. Have any of you ever worked at Disney?
Oh no, no, no.
Man, that's a cult. You gotta. Man, that was a requirement. I thought.
I've worked at restaurants and yeah, I worked at restaurants and I worked at Pleasure Island and stuff like that, but I never worked for them directly.
Man, when you work in characters, you are part of it, man. You feel like you. That's why people go in there as kids and leave as grandparents. It is such a, you are part of such a big, important thing. You feel it's the most important thing in the world. And man, I walked into that parade base, which was normally loud as hell. The minute I walked in there, it got quiet. It was, they were mad. Yeah, that was
like,
a tough day.
They made you they like burnt off your tattoos for Disney.
Yeah,
Like,
I was like the mob. I was like it was like the mob, and I snitched. It wasn't good, man.
Hey Jeff, I'm not a huge fan of this. What makes you love it so much? Because I'm not a fan of it.
I grew up when I was a kid, it was like, well, I'm old, but I mean, my parents used to put this, I was from Miami, and we used to have this jug that we threw change into, and all our change went to go on that one Disney trip once a year. And cool. I mean, that's our family trip. That was we stay at the Contemporary, it was a lot of great memories. And then as I grew up, I loved it even more. And a buddy of mine says, well, you aren't working full time. Why don't you work part time at Disney? And I was such a Disney fiend, man. I loved I still am, but it was, working there was like, it was weird. It was like being part of the magic, and it's hard to explain. James knows a little bit because now he's into it. But
he goes on rides and stuff like that now.
If I could tell you the addiction people
James
have
watch
to the
out.
Parks, yeah. Why does he gotta watch
when
out?
They found out that James was, when he found out he was the payday killer, they sent the Charlie unit after him. Charlie unit's even worse, bro. They're degenerates.
Yeah.
That's that
war
black
criminals.
ops right there. They war criminals.
Yeah.
They're war criminals, yo.
Who's that guy, Pete, who was the goofy villain, Pete?
Yeah, all the villains are in the Charlie unit.
Yeah.
They got Hades. The whole unit's run by Gaston too. He's like
this big Queen of Hearts chasing after him.
Yeah. What'd you say? No Geneva Convention there, bro.
Yeah, no kidding.
Charlie unit's on the chopper. They're like, "What's the ROE? All hostile." He's like, "Let's work." Got two snipers in the helicopter. Got Gaston and Ursula.
And fellow.
They're like, "Hey, shoot low. I want him to suffer."
Dude, have you seen
the flamethrower?
Have you seen some of the recent reels that dealt with Pleasure Island and Pinocchio with the little boys and everything, and how they're relating it to P. Diddy?
No,
it's brutal. There's a point in Papa where Fellow is the fox, and he's the guy who gets the kid. Well, there's this big, fat, angry white dude who talks about what he's going to do with the kids. They go, "You going to kill him?" He goes, "No, but they're not going to come back as boys." It's the darkest, craziest thing you ever saw, and I don't remember it. It's so weird. You forget how dark those cartoons are.
Yeah, because then they'll send Foxtrot unit, and they nothing but diddlers. They're like, "Hello, kids, it's Foxtrot unit. You lost." Well, Alpha unit's like, "Come to me, come to me. Foxtrot unit found you."
With that being said, we gotta take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Real Labs Real Radio 104.1. We are back. Real Labs Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. I am Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. James is out performing at the Villages, man. So I'm joined in the virtual studio with Miguel Colon Jr. and Jeff Batman Kaufman from the Law Office of Kaufman and Lynn and the Under Oath podcast. Guys, do me a favor. Don't forget to go out there and follow us, like and subscribe everything. You can listen to us in podcast format if you go to iHeart and search Real Labs. And like I said, if you want to see these beautiful ass faces, take your butt out to YouTube and then watch all of our things. So, Miguel, now when we get on the subject, we got to just roll with it. So I had to look up primary villains of Disney, right? Okay. So you about to build your Expendables, okay? You about to build your team of Expendables, all right? So I'm just gonna give you the primary villains because they got minor ones. Okay, so primary, I'm gonna go primary. Give y'all the primary, and then what's
Charlie unit?
Okay, what's in Expendables? Let's say 4. Let's just say 4. You can pick 4 as your Expendables.
4 being squad.
All right, so I give them to you, then you go
For
from
that weekend, like Suicide Squad, or for that we
Like-
are the badasses.
there. Whatever you pick, yo four.
Yeah, you explain why
Okay,
your
all right.
squad,
You
what
get-
they're gonna
yo
do.
four.
Okay.
All right, so here are the primary villains. So the first is the evil queen from Snow White. The second one is the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. Then you got Captain Hook from Peter Pan. You got Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. Cruella from 101 Dalmatians. You got Ursula, Little Mermaid. Gaston, Beauty and the Beast. Jafar, Aladdin. Oogie Boogie, The Nightmare Before Christmas. You got Scar. You got Hades from Hercules, and Doctor I might Facilier from Princess and the Frog. And I don't know if I'm saying this right. Tronabog from Fantasia.
Oh, Chernabog,
Yeah.
the giant demon from the mountain.
So those are your. So I roll first. So those are your four. So of course I'm gonna automatically go with Scar.
Yeah.
Scar is gonna be my number one. I'm gonna take Jafar as my number two. I'm gonna take the black dude, Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog, because he looked like he could man a machine gun.
Yeah.
And the most evil one of them all, the lady who skinned dogs. I gotta take Cruella de Vil, bro. That's my SEAL team that's gonna
So
come in and wipe them out.
Let me give you my team. All right. Jafar, he's my IED guy. I'm just saying. Okay. Jafar, man, he got the bomb maker bite too. He's missing like a finger or something, you know? So Jafar's my dude. I picked him up. I picked him up outside of Fallujah in a camp, and I was like, listen, buddy, you pretty good with making pressure cookers into bombs. I need a dirtbag like you on the team. So I picked up Jafar. He's my IED explosives guy. All right. Got Gaston. Why? Gaston's all about PT. He's that hard charger dude, man. He's just ripped and built. So Gaston is my muscle guy. If I gotta he's my hand-to-hand guy. He's my machine gunner. You know, he's the one humping and carrying ammo for everybody. Gaston, he's my PT stud. Then I got Chernabog. All right, he is a giant demon god, but also with that name, I know he's a war criminal. All right, if you
sound like Chernobyl.
Hey, which one of these guys you think is a war criminal? Yeah. If you just put the names out there, like which one of these guys you think is a war criminal? Oogie Boogie, Scar, Vladimir Nostrovov, Chernabog. You know? I know that he's an ethnic Serb, and that he's like, listen, he's sometimes you have to cleanse country of people who are different. And I'm like, I know he'll get the job done, and I'm not gonna feel bad if he dies, you know? And then I gotta throw in on this one. So I got Chernabog, Gaston, Jafar. Jafar's my bomb maker. Gaston's my PT stud. Chernabog's my war criminal who comes from a country where it's tougher, so nothing's a big deal. Because he's like, Chernabog, we got to run through this gas chamber in minefield. When I was kid to get ice cream cone, we had to walk through a minefield. Stupid American. You know, you're like, Chernabog. You know, and then I got Scar there because he got that sassy gay energy. We all felt it. And Scar is my dandy, but he's the one who's like my master of disguise. He's like, gentlemen, I'll easily. Oh, actually, if I could change Scar for another lion dandy, I would go with Shere Khan, because Shere Khan was super gay coded and just such a badass from the Jungle Book. I'd imagine him being like, fellas, Shere Khan would be the one at the party smoking a cigarette, and they'd be like, we got to break into the bank. He's like, no, we don't. We just have to seduce the bank manager. And I did that yesterday. Throws the keys down.
I love how Miguel, anyone who has an English accent as a Disney villain is clearly gay.
Bro, Scar and Shere Khan. Shere Khan being one of
I
my
thought the snake from Jungle Book was a little gayer.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No, Carl was just, he had a lisp.
To me with the eyes spinning. Come on, go look at the eyeballs.
No, man. I mean, he could be. Everybody could be gay, but I'm just saying when you want to code somebody, Shere Khan Scar was sassy gay, and Shere Khan was like seersucker suit, smoking a long cigarette. Like, well then, Mowgli. And Mowgli's like, do you want to eat me? And he's like, oh, that would be less worse than my plans, you know.
I mean, come on, Shere Khan seems like just the baddest ass there.
He
And
is.
he kept thinking to himself, he's going, why? Why
Yeah.
am I taking crap from
I'm a tiger. Shere Khan, I do believe Shere Khan has like this gay vibe to him, and I think Shere Khan is one of the best Disney villains. And I don't know if they like, because I've read things now where people are like, I don't know if he was like what they call it queer coded to be insulting and stuff. But as a person now watching Shere Khan, I think he should be a gay icon because he was badass. He still is badass. And if you watch the Tailspin cartoon, he was badass. He was unstoppable. He was smarter. He was tougher. Shere Khan in the Disney Jungle Book is, I think, one of the best villains because he was just so cool. The way he talked, looking at his claws, like he was already done with you. He was like, I feel like
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He felt like I don't have time for these stupid games. The way he would grab, there's a part where he grabs Ka the snake and pulls him down, doesn't even look at him yet, and I'm like, he's just a badass. So he is the leader of my team. Shere Khan's the leader of my team. Like I said, Jafar, we got problems getting him through airports, but other than that, man, he's good to go. And then Gaston just pumping iron all day long. So that's my team. Who do you got, Jeff?
Well, see, I'm a Marvel guy, so I'm
Okay.
going for power. I got to admit it. I go for Hades first because you
Okay,
think of,
all powerful God though.
you think of a dude who just, and I don't understand how he lost. I mean, that's the whole thing to me. That made that I love the music in Hercules,
Hercules is a
but I
great movie.
didn't
It's a
get
fun
it.
movie.
But I didn't get the idea. I'm like, okay, why do you need to romance this dude? Can't you just do this? Boop.
Yeah.
I mean, this was Hades, and I think he was just messing with his food. I think that was the whole idea.
It's one of those where he's so powerful, he's kind of bored, so he tones himself down just to play a game. Yeah.
And I mean,
Meg gave me weird cartoon feelings in Hercules when I was a kid. I was like, all right, everybody in this theater, I got to go to the bathroom again.
Yeah, I'm shooting. You got to conquer people, so you got to scare the hell out of them at the same time. So I'm going for the headless horseman. I'm gonna have him run down the street at night, and people are gonna lose their mind. They're gonna go, you go, this dude ain't got no head. I mean, that was, people hid in their houses, so you need the fear. So you got the fear, you got the power.
That's good.
And,
That's good.
And then if you really want ugly, like I said, you got to get that guy who ran Pleasure Island because he was just gross as a human being. You got that Dahmer Diddy feeling. Put Dahmer and Diddy together, and you got this guy who ran Pleasure Island.
Dom Diddy.
Dom Diddy.
And then when they're all getting in the chopper, you whisper in Hades' ear, he doesn't come back. Right as everybody's getting in, the Pleasure Island guy's like, good mission, yeah. Hey, secure those bags. And they raise the guns up. What are you doing? What are you doing? It came from Cruella de Vil herself. She said 4 go out, 3 come back.
Oh.
Yep. And then you got to control the people when they're, because they may not be worried about their life, but they'll be worried about their afterlife. So you control them with the bishop from Hunchback of Notre Dame. The one that controls religion, the whole city. Yeah, religion. So you got power, religion, grossness, and your Thanos. So I think you got them 24/7. So that's where I'm going. I mean, I know that was a little analytical.
No, that was good, bro. Because I'm looking more into it. Every time I look at the dude from Princess and the Frog, he really looks like every black machine gunner in Vietnam. Like he look like
I gotta Google him right now.
He looks like
I don't think I've
tall,
seen that one.
black. He's skinny, and if you look at any movie, he looks
you see on the back of it, it says Sergeant McAdoo.
Yeah, you see that? My dad, that's my pops, the machine gunner, bro.
Oh, wow.
Don't he like a Vietnam machine gunner?
Hey, Magic, get on the 50 and light them up. And he's like, he got a bandage over one eye, and they're like, how are you gonna see him? Magic don't see him. He just feels them. Hey, got a racist white dude named Clyde. His secondary gunner, best friends.
Yeah,
constantly just doing racial slurs. He's like, hey, Magic Man, must be nice to have that sickle cell, no mosquitoes. He's like, Clyde, when we get back, I'm gonna make sure to get you a hotel so you can make love to your fat white sister. He writing letters home about each other. Magic is my friend, Mama. I don't care what Papa says about them.
Yo,
do you ever wonder about Disney villains when you think about it? You brought something up, and I hadn't thought about it. That you know, we forget that Disney was created by a bunch of white guys.
Yeah.
You know, and Disney. I'm not going to say it, but Walt Disney supposedly has some ties to some, let's call it Eastern Europeans. And
Cool
the issue was,
uniforms.
name me. Think about white villains. How many white villains existed in
Was there
any
none?
Disney show? I mean, there's like none. I mean, think
Man,
about
I don't know.
it. They're women. They're mean women, mean white
Yeah.
women. They got a bunch of Karens, but
There's a lot
think
of bad women in Disney movies. Ursula.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
what
evil queen.
what is Captain Hook's not a white dude?
I think Captain Hook's.
I thought he was
okay,
Spanish.
Could be, but let's
He
go
had
back
that.
to
Look at that mustache. No white dude could rock a
you're right.
mustache like
Yeah,
that.
you're
Come
right.
on. That dude was like. Remember the guy from Princess Bride? Prepare to Die.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's what
Inigo
that dude looked.
Montoya.
Inigo Montoya. Yeah.
I feel like Captain Hook ain't even the villain. He's like, oh, I'm the bad guy. I'm trapped on an island with a bunch of little kids messing around with me. I want to go home.
yeah.
I want to go home. I lost my hand to a goddamn crocodile. I'd like to sail back to Spain, sell some spices, maybe some people, just get back on the
That's
boat.
the most Disney Florida thing to do, to have your hand bitten off by an alligator, bro.
Yeah.
That is the most Florida thing. Yo, he got to lose a hand. Gator.
No, I'm
Gator.
surprised you didn't get any gay vibes from Captain Hook.
Yeah, man. Captain Hook. I think a lot of the Disney villains had, like, to me, they seemed like they had gay vibes, and not gay vibes like in and I gotta say, it's sort of like gay stereotypical vibes.
Yeah.
Vibes that they were put in there to make them seem like they were less men. But that's like, that's where I've learned about what they call queer code. I know everybody laughing what they call. I just learned about this maybe a few years back. But I do see it, and I do see it as like, oh yeah, it kind of seems like they made these dudes what like we would call pansies and dandies and stuff like that, But
they
I
also made
actually-
them English. They also made them
Yeah.
English, which I
and
think
that's
that's
how I also
Yeah.
that's a correlation too. Maybe the English side is what they're really doing, and that's a
I was
stereotype
with
to do in
Jonathan.
the
I was with
English.
Jonathan the other day. Jonathan's my assistant. He happens to be gay. We were watching this video for a movie that I was supposed to be commenting on, and the actor in it, seemed gay. I mean, really seemed gay. And Jonathan and I were looking at it. I said, do you think this actor is gay? And Jonathan goes, he might be European. And that was, and he was serious.
Yeah,
And I was going,
I'm
You know
watching him
something?
make out with a dude. I'm like, Prague.
Yo, and with that being said, we got to get up out of here. Jeff, on the O podcast, who you got this weekend, and what you got going on, brother?
I have the Beer Fest downtown. We're sponsoring that, so there should be about 5,000-6,000 people there. And then Sunday, I'm actually running the Disney Wine and Dine Half Marathon.
Nice, man. Miguel, what you got going on this weekend, brother?
I'm actually gonna meet up Jeff at the Disney Wine and Dine Marathon. I'm not I'm not running it. I'm actually with the Romeo unit, which is another Disney secret unit. And the Quebec unit will be their hotel unit as well. We're special ops. Like we're dropped in to Disney to give them special weather and stuff. We're like, the dome's not working. Call up Israel. We gotta get the weather right.
No, Disney canceled Israel. You ain't got to worry about it.
Hey man, this Saturday, man, I will be at Side Splitters Saturday night, one show, late show, 10:30, man. So if you're in Tampa, make sure you swing through, man. Shout out to James John. I hope you're enjoying the Villages, brother, coming back with the worm. But we got to get up out of here. I'm Ken Miller. That is Miguel Colon Jr. And from the law offices of Kaufman and Lynn, Mr. Jeff Batman Kaufman. Jeff, tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed.
Good night.